It's the yearly Black History Month again, and I can't think of a more appropriate and better time to shine some light on the African American space-time fuckboy, Ekko. Now, instead of taking Ekko jungle, or mid, or building him tank and take him top, instead, it's gonna be Ekko support, as Ekko support is a direct counter to this new breed of cancer that's raised off Treasure Hunter, stupid high early game damage, and big Blackhawk energy, allowing them to snowball games right from level 1. Now, Ekko support should only be ran against these deranged masochistic psychopaths who thinks ADCs are fun, as you will cry if they have any kinds of shields, heals, or more base HP than a Metallica cookie that will just crumble if you were to just look at them the wrong way. Ekko Q. Ekko, as an African American, practices his riding skills and tosses a supposed grenade that glows. Use this to obtain lane priority by hitting every single minion. Ekko E. Ekko rolls forward with his shock baton at the ready, allowing him to blink onto an enemy and simultaneously nuking them with the next auto attack. Use this to close the gap between the enemy's dumbfounded expressions and a black man's daring spirit of running it down with electrocute, solid impact, and ignite. Now, Ekko, an African American, will be able to do a rail of coke perfectly while beating the enemy team into submission, allowing you to beeline out if your ADC doesn't have the brain power to follow up. But if they do, it will grant you stacks of Treasure Hunter and Eyeball Collection. Ekko W. Ekko passively deals % missing health damage with his auto attacks, and the active should only be used on your ADC, creating a little anti-police brutality safe space for around 4 seconds. If used in any other way, it might as well be a worthless active, as it's like trying to land a skill shot with 3000 ping. Ekko R allows Ekko to jump back in time to a state where he wasn't a fuck up. But as we're playing Ekko support, that state will be in Champion Select. Ekko R also heals himself for a decent amount and deals slightly less damage than the damage inflicted by the United States on the African American communities. So Ekko support's R should only be used to trigger the W stun, as Ekko is an average teenage African American fuckboy with a shock baton that he supposedly stole from the local clock tower, making him the embodiment of the successor to Big Dick Energy and the spirit of BBC. So take water walking, as it allows you to emulate the steps of big corporations. The main thing being that their ethos is just a front for the public. Then take Transcendence to transcend beyond the black historical figures that we celebrate during Black History Month. Since when Transcendence procs to refund 20% of Ekko's basic ability cooldowns, it has a visual effect of bleaching Ekko white, just like Michael Jackson. Now, in order for you to be starred on BBC, you first have to start with the small stuff. So pick up a Spell Thief's Edge, as it allows you to pickpocket the enemy with your dim flying Beyblade and shock baton. Then pick up a stage 1 rocket booster and belt a 2-in-1 combo, enabling you to make a swifty getaway from authority figures without the worry of your pants falling down. Next, pick up CDR boots, as it allows you to commit more arson and GMTFO. As you're now inevitably gonna be starred on BBC, so pick up an Hourglass, as when you're surrounded by authority figures, you can still stall for time, which allows your goons to back you up. Now, my games have never lasted beyond this point, as this build is really feast or famine, but for the sake of completion, your next 2 items are gonna be Lichbane and Wordstone. Now, when playing this build, you'll be able to experience and feel the struggles of African Americans, from the slave wages that support item pays, to picking up arms and fighting for freedom, then being granted the illusion of equality, as on paper, you're not the same gold income as the rest of your team, but in reality you're down 2 levels, can't farm side lanes, and have to sacrifice 2 rune slots, thus unable to use Ekko's kit to its full potential.